morning we're going to talk to you about how to make comfrey salve. It's a green salve, very healing, you can see, and it is for burns, abrasions, any kind of skin irritation, and any type of other maladies that you might have. We will explain that in the book. Okay, this morning we're going to talk about how to make comfrey salve. Comfrey is like a wild dandelion. It grows everywhere, it takes over your garden. And what you want to do is go ahead and cut the leaves, make sure they're dark green, and wash them up just with water, and then put them on a paper towel. And then you want to take some more paper towel and lay it on top and put it over this. You want to make sure that it's dry. Sometimes we put it on the floor on a sheet and run a fan to dry it if we make a lot of comfrey salve. And because oil and water do not mix, you want to make sure that all the water is off this leaf. Then you want to have a bowl about this size, and you're going to go ahead, take your kitchen scissors and cut it into 1.5 to 2 inch strips and fill this bowl. And then what you're going to do is take your olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, pour about 1/4 of the oil on there, and then if that is not enough, you can add some more later, but you want to just massage it, and your bowl of comfrey will get gradually smaller because of it being saturated. You want to rub it into the leaves, and then once the leaves are all saturated with oil, then you want to pour it onto a cookie sheet. And you want to have a cookie sheet that has a lip on it, probably about a 3/4 of an inch to an inch lip. And then you have all your comfrey out here. Then you want to pour the extra oil that you have to fill up to the rim. You don't want to fill it too full because you're going to put it in the oven. The oven is on the lowest temperature that your oven will go to. And it usually takes between 8 to 10 hours of cooking. So usually we do this at night, and then in the morning it's done. So what you'll find in the morning when it's completely done is the whole leaf, all these little leaves are very crisp and crunchy. So that's the way that you know that it's done. And also your oil will have turned green like this salve. Then you want to take your tongs and go ahead and remove the leaves, and then you will go ahead and pour them into this empty olive oil container. You'll have a funnel, and then go ahead and slowly pour that in there. Now if you're not sure of yourself and your hands are a little unsteady, you can go ahead and pour it into a bowl like this, or say you have a stainless steel pan that has a lip on it. That's very nice. If you have the funnel in there, then you can pour it into that. So then you go to your weighing machine. You have this zeroed out, and then you weigh how much your olive oil is. Then you want to take that times 8%, and that will tell you how much beeswax you need to make it like a salve. Okay? This beeswax, for example, has been in the freezer. We have found that if you put it in the freezer, and then this is only one bag, but you want to put another bag on top of this, and then put it on a hard surface like the ground and shatter it. It will shatter very nicely with your hammer. And so then when you pour the salve, the comfrey oil, into the pan that you're going to cook on the stove in, then you'll have this all broken up so it will melt quite easily. And you want to put it on a low temperature so that it won't overheat the comfrey and take away some of the medicinal properties. And then you'll weigh, once you have crushed this, then you'll put a bowl here, zero this out, and weigh your 8% of beeswax.
Okay.
Then you take the comfrey oil, pour it in the pan, and go ahead and put this on the stove on low, but make sure that it goes up to 150, and when it reaches 150, you know that it will melt the wax very nicely. So this container of wax that you have, you'll just go ahead and pour that in there and continually stir until the wax is completely melted. Then when it's all the way melted, then you'll want to take your jar that you sterilized at 250 for 20 minutes, and you'll have your canning funnel, and you'll go ahead and take your dipper, dip it in here, and slowly pour it till it's to, below the rim. And then you can either, I usually boil these lids and then make sure they're really dry, or you can actually do it like you were canning, and you can get them hot enough to where they will seal a little bit. And then you go ahead while it's hot, put the lid on and the ring, and then put it aside, and the next morning you're ready to use it.